Borderless University. Even the title tells you it's not your standard setup.
No, definitely not. They talk about being borderless and unchained.
Yeah.
It immediately makes you think.
It does. And they kick off with this really strong quote. Let me find it here. The systems we were taught to trust no longer serve the dreams they once claimed to protect.
Wow, okay. And then knowledge, once sacred, has become currency for control. Pretty bold stuff.
Very. So our mission here is to figure out, what's driving this? What's the initial shape of this Haneul Institute?
Right, so this idea of a return to learning that is unowned, borderless, and unchained. What does unowned really mean here, do you think?
Well, it seems like a direct challenge to traditional education where knowledge is often locked behind tuition fees, credentials, institutional walls.
Like paywalls almost?
Sort of, yeah. They seem to want to break that down, make learning accessible.
And they mention no gates, only gateways, and offering tools instead of just titles.
Exactly. That points towards practical skills, empowerment, maybe, less focus on the diploma itself and more on what you can actually do.
It feels very action-oriented. They say, when stopping is not an option, you start to think differently.
Yeah, and that leads them to building, not waiting. It's like, okay, the old system isn't working for us, so we'll just create a new one. Proactive.
So the first concrete thing they're building is this initiative called SportsFuture. Why start with sports?
It's an interesting choice. SportsFuture seems designed to give athletes more control. Training, yes, but also building their brand, figuring out career paths beyond just playing, maybe getting scholarships.
Okay, so helping them navigate the whole ecosystem.
Right. And their core idea here is powerful. You are the product. You are the platform. What you build will be what you own.
That completely flips the script, doesn't it? Usually the athlete is part of a larger machine.
Precisely. This puts the ownership back with the individual athlete, but it's not just about the athlete in isolation.
Ah, right. You mentioned it's inclusive.
Yeah, they explicitly bring in parents, friends, sponsors, coaches, clubs, organizations, everyone involved in an athlete's journey. It's about building a supportive network, it seems.
Makes sense. Now, who's behind this? They mentioned a founder, Jang Haneul.
Yes. The name itself is symbolic. Jang apparently suggests a lineage of learning, and Haneul is Korean for sky, suggesting, limitlessness.
Village potential. Okay.
But interestingly, Zhang Haneul remains unseen. The statement says the focus should be on the idea, not the person.
That's unusual. Prioritizing the mission over the personality cult, maybe?
Could be. It keeps the attention on the structure they're building.
And sports future is just the first piece.
Apparently so. The vision is much bigger. They aim to grow into a global learning force, a decentralized university.
Decentralized. On the app and blockchain, it says. What does that mean in practice?
Well, using blockchain could mean more transparent, secure records, maybe. Verifiable credentials accessible to anyone, perhaps. Less central control. It's still early days, but that seems to be the direction.
And technology is key here. They credit the brilliant, tireless SKY AI team.
Right. So AI and tech are clearly the backbone. Building the platform, the tools, maybe facilitating connections in this sort of borderless environment.
It's ambitious. And they end with a direct call. To those ready to learn, earn, and rise, your place has always been waiting.
Yeah, it's a very open invitation. Underlines the accessibility and empowerment themes again.
So summing up, the Haneul Institute kicks off with this vision for uh, democratized learning. They're starting practically with Sports Future, empowering athletes.
But with this grander plan for a global blockchain-based university, challenging traditional models through ownership, community, and tech.
Definitely challenging. Which brings us to a final thought for you listening. Think about the educational systems you're familiar with. How might this borderless, unchained idea really shake things up?
And what does it actually look like for knowledge to be truly unowned? Something to chew on.